Alright, so this arena round shows off the last hard mode ribbon that I had to get. Besides the sloth, I still do have to get the hard mode sloth ribbon. But this is all 684 hard mode ribbons complete, and all the hidden ones that for some reason don't actually count towards the total. But this one is showing off the lizard tail hard mode ribbon, which is actually probably one of the harder ones, I would say, but didn't end up being too difficult for me. I would say the one that I had the most trouble with was maybe smallest slug. That one was pretty tricky to actually deal with, but since you only have to get level 2s in hard mode ribbons, it doesn't end up being super difficult to just like sell one of your scalers towards the end and just slot in some random unit and like have double chocolate frozen or something and just instantly make it level 2 just to win on the last round. And that's a way to just get a lot of the ribbons. But I'll kind of just explain my process through actually trying to get all these. I mostly did this through custom packs because I think it is slightly easier than doing the static packs. You just have a lot more level up options. You have Blobfish Pill. You have a whole bunch of different, just crazy OP strategies, and you just got to try to make sure you actually have a good custom pack that can try to take advantage with as many of those different like high roll possibilities as possible. I would say there's a lot of different ways to win, but for me, the most consistent way was to just go Tiger Leopard and to try to get early monkeys with banana pill scaling. So that if I happen to get like a turn 9 leopard or a turn 11 leopard, just scale it up fast enough, slot in Tiger Leopard, and then as long as you have just like a level maybe like 4 total, 5, 6, then you can usually beat most teams. Sometimes you'll run into some absurd teams and just lose anyway, but usually beats most teams in Arena. And another way to win though is to just go like T-Rex with a bunch of peppers, get really fast scaling initially, and as long as you don't go too late, you can just win with a lot of stats. But anyway, pretty interesting strat here. So using Bowling Ball to actually give me the Lizard Tail. I added Leech into this pack because most of the time I was going Leech Lizard Tail, or Leech Lizard to get the Lizard Tail. But just getting a level 2, instantly hurting it, getting the level 2, and now I just have a random 6-2 that I got to keep on the team the entire time. But that isn't too much of an issue because another way to win in customs is go Muskox. If you get Paper Shredder, you get so many instant stats. You buy like one slug with Paper Shredder and you get 3 triggers off of it and just get an insane amount of stats. You can get like 50 HP by turn, in just a few turns, really. So that's another way to get really far ahead of what the standard team has. Another way is to go Starfish and kind of set up for buy sells. So there's a lot of buy sells in this pack specifically as well, just in case I happen to get a lot of, if I get like early Starfish or just a whole bunch of them. And that's another great way to win as well. Buffalo, I would say early Buffalo is another very nice way to win the mid game. So you have just so many different options, and as long as you can get one of them, you're gonna just hopefully have a really OP team that lets you just slot in whatever you want at the end. But as you can see, super high roll healed here. This is exactly what you want. You want a banana pill as quick as possible. You get a free monkey there, and now I just focus on leveling up the monkey and then scaling something, and yeah, it's just really nice. So there's obviously a lot of hard mode RNG with the different options. Dice Cup is a pretty good one. Um, there's like anything that doesn't actually affect you in battle is usually pretty nice and something I go for. Maybe the exception is like piggy bank. I really don't like taking piggy bank, but I will if I have to. So man, did this take so long. 684 ribbons. Granted, half of those are just normal mode, but still, that is so much time spent just grinding hard mode. So many wins. You get a lot of them early on where you can get like 3, 4, 5 ribbons at once. But towards the end, I mean, it is just. I can't believe how much time I invested into doing something so pointless. You literally have to turn on hard mode ribbons in the settings in order to actually see them. So, like, there's probably a ton of people who don't even realize that this is a thing that exists. So why did I do this? I don't really know. I just end up playing a lot of Super Auto Pets, and just because it's something to do. I guess I wanted to do it, and that's all there was to it. If there's something that's like, hey, you can do this if you want to waste a bunch of time, I'm just like, sure, that sounds good to me. Why not? And I would not recommend doing this. It is very frustrating, not worth it whatsoever. Just such a weird situation. Also, I maybe should have took the clownfish double level up first, but I really lucked out and got an amazing tier 6 instead that I did just want to buy. I mean, T-Rex, leopard, Highland cow are all things I would instantly want on the team and just like be using the monkey buffs. But yeah, so Monkey T-Rex scaling is amazing. I think this is definitely one of the best combos for scaling in the game. You get a whole bunch of attack, you get extra health, you get big scaling on one unit, plus like a bunch of scaling on other units as well. Not a lot to lose to with a team like this, besides the last round where I just lost. But you can ignore that. That's just a anomaly right there. And Pepper, just so nice. I mean, you don't usually actually get to 31 HP, so with a T-Rex, it's really nice to just be able to guarantee that you'll live with 1 HP with the Peppers. So that's really nice. And Grizzly Bear, gonna be a little bit rough with this team because I don't have a ton of stats in the back, but should be okay. I thought about buying a chicken leg or buying maybe a pizza. Pizza's technically more stats, but I decided to just try to roll for Pepper or like another Muskox or try to just get chocolate and level up the T-Rex. Just a whole bunch of different things that could be better. Sometimes you don't want to settle for just what's in the shop and roll 3 times instead. And yeah, so after all of this experience, I don't know. I assume they're gonna change hard mode. The devs have confirmed that there are like some balance changes upcoming for this for the hard mode, and I don't know. I assume they'll probably make it a little bit easier. At one point, it was 3 options. I don't know why they went down to 2. Now it's just even more frustrating RNG towards the end, but eventually that'll happen, I'm sure. And then it maybe won't be quite as frustrating as is right now because just, when the game just doesn't let you win, it sucks. There's nothing you can do. Paper Shredder, very nice. There are a lot of situations where I have Highland Cow and then like I really don't want to take Paper Shredder because I like the 50-50 German Shepherd spawn is just gonna die, or the Golden Retriever spawn, sorry. But luckily I don't have any summons in this case, and a pretty solid team. Starting to get the equipment and just scaling really fast, and the extra clownfish buffs just really gonna help out. A Nurse Shark team, but luckily it's not a very good one right now, so just gonna be able to win that round. And yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about hard mode. It was a nice idea, I feel like, that just ended up not being as much fun as I anticipated. Originally, when I heard the idea, I was like, oh, this is great. They're adding something that's just like a different way to play the game. I mean, if you played a lot of SAP, it's usually not like super insanely difficult to win in Arena anymore. But because of the change in matchmaking, I mean, it's a little more difficult nowadays, but it used to be that you could win like 80% or more, and it just got a little bit tiring to just play Arena over and over again. So it seemed like a great idea, but unfortunately, the way it just panned out, it just didn't end up being all that fun. But I still like the idea. Like, they're adding more things. If you go to the roadmap in the official SAP Discord, you can see like some of the other things they're adding, like the bosses. That sounds very interesting, where maybe you go against like a team that you just kind of like, it's a static team. You know what you're going up against, and you just have a certain amount of time, or a certain amount of time to build up a team that you want to try to like be able to beat that team. Would be pretty good. And yeah, full equipment on this team, and pretty much 3 50-50s, solid stuff. But there's German Shepherd. Sometimes you just run into German Shepherd teams, and there's not too much you can do about it. Granted, even if you have Tiger Leopard, if they have a big German Shepherd, it's going to require some serious lucky sniping to beat that. So just a pretty difficult one to deal with. Luckily, at this point, Boot isn't too insane, because I do have enough units where I can maybe just put a 50-50 in the back, and it's fine. The problem with Dodgeball is that it can double target one thing. It wouldn't be that bad to take Dodgeball here. It would kill T-Rex and take the Pepper off the Lizard Tail, but I figured it wouldn't be that bad. It's pretty much just making this Muskox have no melon, I guess. And kind of a strange team running into Flea, Tiger, Snake, but luckily not quite enough to beat the 50-50s, and just barely able to sneak out the Lizard Tail win. I am glad I am done with this. Again, don't recommend this, but hey, it's a cool little thing that I can show off. And yeah, I hope it was worth it. Thanks for watching.